Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be my play ratings for the Crystal Palace game, which obviously was played yesterday. I wasn't planning on doing a live stream, it was kind of spontaneous. However, this is just the quick and easiest way that I could get my play ratings out in order for me before the game tomorrow, because obviously it's a complete turnaround. We have 2 days before the next game. I do apologise for the background noise. I'm currently in the kitchen with the washing machine going, the tumble dryer going, so it is a bit noisy. I'm going to try and talk as loud as possible. It is currently, nearly 10 past 11 at night, so some of my family are asleep currently. So this is just, the quickest way to do it. And I do actually have the flag, which I got for Christmas. I haven't really found a way to put it up yet, so it's currently just sitting behind me on the chair. Obviously it's not the greatest place for it because you can't really see it, but it's just going to have to do for this video for now before I do find a place, hanging up so you can actually see it better. But we do have that just sitting there at the moment in time, and also a picture of Lexi and Santa, which is kind of funny if you think about it. So yes, these are going to be my play ratings. There may be another live stream after this one for my predicted lineup for the Southampton game, which is tomorrow at 3 p.m. But this is a play rating video, so be sure to give this live stream a thumbs up. If you do have play ratings, comment them down below. And yeah, so without further ado, we're just gonna get straight into the play ratings. I'm hoping not to be live for too long, considering I do have to do my predicted lineup as well. But yeah. So we're just gonna start off. Obviously, I always start off with Lloris. So we're gonna start off with Lloris. I just need to get it up quickly before I do anything else. So if we get this up as well, I may not be able to see your comments, but don't want to do that. But yeah, I just need to get up the play ratings, and then I can have it alongside live stream. So Lloris, I gave a 6, considering he didn't have much to do, as Palace didn't get shot on target. He was very commanding in the box when it came to the few corners that Palace had. They didn't really have too many corners. I'm just going to get up the stats for the game, just so I have them for reference and stuff. It'd be good to see how many corners they actually had. So they had 2 corners, so it wasn't literally barely anything throughout the whole game, which is they started okay, to be fair, but once we scored, it was game over. It was a very quiet game for Hugo as well, and basically he had nothing to do for the whole game, so he could have just rested, and it probably got really boring out there for him. But so that is my rating for Hugo. Moving on to Sanchez. I gave Sanchez an 8. I felt like he defended really well. Nothing really got past him, and it was a really impressive display. And I feel like each game he's improving. He was solid and composed on the ball. You can definitely see his confidence has really increased since his usual silly mistakes that he's made, have been cut out of the game. Well, probably since the Mora game, which I feel like he's probably really learned from. And it does feel like he's turned a corner in terms of performance and consistency, as the performances since that game. He has, his defending has been really more consistent, and yeah. I was also really impressed with the way he was joining in with that attacks going forward. Towards the end of the game, he managed to get into the box and have a shot, which unfortunately went wide. I do think he lost a bit of concentration at that point, but it was good to see him at least, getting that sort of position. And he was involved with Zaha getting sent off, but we were already 2-0 up at that point, so it wasn't really Didn't really have much effect on the game, but all in all, it was a great display from Sanchez. Moving on, oh god, I've lost it again. Moving on to Dyer. Let me just. I gave him an 8 as well. He was commanding at the centre of the back three. He used the ball very well. Like that quarterback role that he's been, having since Conte's come in. He was barely tested by the Palace, and that didn't make sense. Palace barely tested him as they failed to register an effort on target. Is carrying on his great performances under Conte, and he's really proven himself to be a great centre back. I definitely feel like if his form carries on the way it is, then there is no reason as to why Dyer couldn't potentially be called up for England again for the World Cup. I feel like now he deserves it, so hopefully if he carries on the way he is, then in no time he's going to get that. And I definitely feel like he's much better than some of these centre backs that have played for England already. So I do feel like he deserves it. Moving on to Tanganga, I gave him a 7. He started off the game looking a bit uncomfortable, but definitely grew into the game and dealt with the Palace midfield really well. Defended well when he was called into action, was even getting forward quite a lot, joining with the attack, and definitely one of his better performances in the back three. Moving on to Reguilon, I gave Reguilon a 7. A constant threat on the left, going up and down the flank at will at times, put in some dangerous crosses, including one for Lucas, which he definitely should have converted, a header. His final ball could definitely still improve at times, but I feel like he's adapting well in the wing-back position, and he's another player whose performances are improving with each game. Moving on to Emerson. I'm super excited about Emerson because I feel like it's probably like his best performance. Provided a great assist for the second goal, with a cross which Lucas met with a fantastic leap, and he headed it home. He was also very influential with their first goal with a fine pass to Lucas. Kept their left back quiet throughout the game, and also Zaha for the short time on the pitch. I mean, he wasn't on long, he was basically away. The minute he got sent off, what was the minute Zaha got sent off? I think, let's have a look. So he got sent off in 37 minutes. So the 37 minutes Zaha was on the pitch, I felt like Emerson dealt with him well. It was a brilliant display, and I feel like he is adapting well to his role under Conte. And he's still young, so he's got a lot of things to improve on. But he has time on the side because of his age. Moving on to Skip, I gave Skip an 8. He definitely was always looking to drive Spurs forward when he had the ball in the middle of the park. And I feel like whenever he was out of possession, he was very robust. Skip past Lucas into the build-up of the third goal. Also had his chances to have a shot on goal a few times. However, does need to be composed in those moments. It looks like he gets really excited when he gets in those shooting positions. Still young, so we'll learn. But I do think getting that first goal for Tottenham will calm him down when he gets into those positions again in the future. It was a great display overall, but just get that first Tottenham goal under his belt, and I feel like he'll become a lot more composed and confident going for goal. Højbjerg, I gave an 8 as well. I felt like he was great in the midfield, tidying up, and he did also switch to play nicely on a few occasions. I didn't feel like he was effective as Skip was, but it definitely was another good display. Now, Lucas. I gave Lucas a 9. He was my man of the match. He got 2 assists and a goal. A constant threat going forward, and was our major creator throughout the game. Is really beginning to look like a real match winner under Conte. His output, obviously, as you can see, is improving. Consistency is getting better. Long may it continue, but yeah, my man of the match. Sonny, I gave Son an 8. Obviously, he tested Butland with an early effort, and then he finished Mora's cross to continue his scoring form. Was a bit quiet before scoring. Looks like he's still trying his feet after coming back from COVID, but each game he is getting back to his best, and it won't be long until he is back on his clinical form. Moving on to the last starting 11 player, Kane, I also gave an 8. Got our first goal with a sweeping first time finish and another strong display. Couldn't really get hold of the ball in like the first 20 minutes or so. But once Kane was able to have more touches, passes, showed his quality going forward. His passing game was spot on. Didn't miss place a pass that I can remember. If he did, then let me know. His form is improving with each game, and I can only see it getting better with each game. So that is my player ratings for the first starting 11, and there's just a comment here that I'm gonna get up on screen. Let's go this one. So from the Sable team, hi Shaun, I hope you had a lovely Christmas. Thank you very much. I did. In fact, I did. I hope you had a great Christmas too. Are you a Spurs supporter? That's kind of what go on. And luckily, I do have a Christmas present right here in my hand, which I'll just quickly show you before I do carry on with the play ratings. Just moving on to the subs. But I did get this Jack Grealish phone case. So that is one of the presents I have. And also, I did get this flag as well. But yeah, I hope you had a great Christmas and a Happy New Year, because obviously it's that period of time, that bit weird of time between Christmas and New Year where it's just you don't know what to do with yourself. But it's creeping up on us, and to be honest, I don't like starting New Year's, but there we go. It has to happen. I am a Leeds supporter. Okay. Yeah, I feel like Leeds, they have been struggling a bit recently with like injuries and COVID, and I feel like most teams are dealing with COVID, but the injuries. But last season you did really, really well. So hopefully, you have enough to stay up. I do like Leeds when they play. Whatever whoever the opposition is, they always play the way they do, and I feel like most people enjoy watching you guys play. So, but it's great to see a Leeds supporter in here. Right, so I'm going to be moving on to the subs. Starting off with who we got here. I've literally just lost it again. Starting off with Bergwijn, obviously he came on for Kane around like the 65th minute or so. He drove a low shot at Butland and showed a few moments of quality. A lot more to come from him. I definitely feel like if he gets more opportunities, he will definitely improve like he did against West Ham in the Carabao Cup. He also came on game of 7 as well, coming from Son. It was great to see him make his first league appearance under Conte and was involved in a good late chance for Lucas. Want to see him get more game time, and he can only continue to improve on Conte. Obviously, he's still young, I feel like he's 20 years old, so got major time. And the last sub, Ndombele, I gave it 6, and there was a few nices from midfield, but did look a bit rusty at times. There was that one moment where he got caught on the ball just in front of our box, but luckily we were able to recover without being put under pressure. So that is my player ratings for the Crystal Palace game. Be sure to let me know what your player ratings are. There's another comment here. Please don't blame Leeds for injuries. We are where we are because we are poor. I just feel like with Leeds, because your squad isn't like a big squad, I feel like a few injuries here and there, it does kind of affect your team. But obviously, your team better than I do. I'm just kind of what I've seen. But I do feel like when you played Tottenham, you did put in a great performance, and I feel like you did have a bit of the first half, and then we performed better the second half. But but I do think when you've got a fully fit squad, you can definitely perform better than you are at this current moment in time. They also chose to have a slim squad. Yeah, I feel like some managers prefer to have a smaller squad, and then it kind of doesn't really help when you get like quite a lot of injuries. So, but you never know. You might. I don't think Leeds will get relegated, so I do think you'll stay up. But who knows? Now, before I do end this live stream, I am just going to talk a bit about Conte, give him a rating. So I gave Conte a 9. I feel like he's starting out spot on, and have to say putting Tanganga in for Davis didn't cost us, as he stepped up to the challenge, put in a great shift. He definitely made subs at the right time, and the fact that he was able to give rest time to Kane and Son was immense, because we haven't been able to do that a lot with past managers. I feel like that was really great to see. And yeah, so that is my player ratings, and then we move on to Southampton tomorrow. My predicted lineup will be coming as well. Give me 10 minutes and I'll probably be live again. But thank you for joining me on my player ratings. My usual player ratings are not usually like a live stream, but here we are. And I do apologise for the background noise. It's very noisy. Washing machine, tumble dryer, whatever. And also my flag that is in the background. It's not great the way it's placed. I need to figure out the way to like split it up, and it will look much better. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in about 10 minutes with my predicted lineup for the Southampton game. But all that has to be said now is, come on, you Spurs.